everyone, so welcome to this Halloween Makeup Madness Day, and I'm very excited to do a totally different look than what I'm used to. This was extremely difficult to do. It wasn't so much difficult, but knowing the colors and how to layer them on top of each other. As for the feather and the individual little hairs that the feather has for the peacock. But anyways, this side was easy. It's I've done this before with the skull look and the teeth and everything, but this was hard right here. It was difficult to place the lines because it's something that I'm not used to. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and don't forget you can give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below to see if you like it. This is inspired by a picture that I saw on Instagram. I don't know who the artist is, so if you do know who the artist is, please leave her name down below. I've tried looking for her and it was very hard. I could not find her name, but I give her all the credit for doing this creation, and the picture that I found, I will show it here, and that is the only side of the picture that I saw, was only this half of the face. I could not see this half, so I had to improvise on what was going on this side of the face. So I did my own little creation and my own little tweaks, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get started with the makeup tutorial. So first off, you can see that I only have one side of my face done, just one eyebrow and one of my eyeballs done. And you can do anything to this eye, you know, put eyeshadow on, a liner, do pretty much anything. I just would recommend having it done very colorful. Next, I'm going to draw my peacock, kind of like an outline. First, I'm making the little eyeball of the peacock feather, and then drawing the circles and seeing how many circles does my peacock have. And I am looking at the reference photo while doing this, and making all the other little lines, like probably around the skull, the stem of the feather, and different things like that. And of course, if I made a mistake here or there, I'm just sketching it out right now. But if I made a little mistake, I just wipe it off with a wet wipe. And I would have to say, do not rush this look at all. It took me about an hour to do this. Take your time, because the teeth are very delicate to do, and so were the feathers. So I would really take your time layering everything out. In the picture, the teeth are not colored in, so I kind of left that part out for the video. But after I did color my teeth in white, and I did like that look better. I did not take a picture of it, I don't think, but I did color my teeth in white, and I find that more attractive than having it left alone the way she did. But anyways, I'm just going to be putting up white face paint by Diamond FX, and this I'm just using as a base color to make the colors more bright and more pigmented. Next, I'm layering a light green on top of the white that I just did, and then putting a light green where the base of the feather is. And I'm slowly doing this part, coloring in the black of the eye of the peacock feather, and you can just see what I'll be doing. Again, take your time, and this feather will take a lot of layering to do. So the colors I'll be using is yellow, light green, dark green, mixing in the light and the dark green, and then also gold, blue, and this is the color that I'm using here is like a cobalt blue. I can't even say that, but it's like a nice, beautiful metallic blue, and all of the products I'm using is all face paint by Wolf FX. Of course, the white is by Diamond FX, but most of my products are by Wolf FX. And then I am going to outline the yellow with some brown, and I'm slowly starting to make the hairs of the feather. So here you can see I'm just making little lines to make it look like it's little tiny hairs, but I am constantly looking at the reference photo to see what colors blend with what. Like the yellow goes into a brown, back into like a dark green and then a light green, and it's just a whole bunch of different colors into one. So here I'm mixing in a light green with some dark green face paint, and I wanted it to be a little bit more lighter because the dark green was too huntery green for me, and I am just lining that out. And this will be our next layer of feather with the peacock feather. And then of course I just did some individual hairs on the side. And remember how I said this will take a lot of layering. I'm going back in with brown to layer the light green with the dark green together, and then I go back with light green to do more highlight, and then because I feel like the yellow isn't too much like of a pop of color, so I go back in with yellow and coloring the yellow a little bit more. In this scene, I am doing a little bit of black to make a little bit more contrast and to see the depth of the different little hairs, and even using it in the stem area to make it look more like there is a stem with the feather. And because I'm using active water-based face paint, I do let the feather dry, and then I am going to be moving on with the skull. I will go back to the feather later, but I am just slowly contrasting with the feather, making individual hairs on the bottom, and then going in with the skull. And in the picture, she has that feather going into the skull as I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to pull that off. I don't think I did a good job, but I did my best here. Still trying to go with the photo. Going back in with the feather, I'm just highlighting with some brown, mixing in the colors to add more depth and dimension with the feather. So I go in with brown, and then I decide to go in with more green, and then it's just a whole bunch of different colors, more light green later on. But right now I am working in the brown, trying to find little pieces to put in little brown feathers right here. Now I'm working in the green, and I'm trying to make it look like it just like the feather fell on my face, and the end of the feather is going down on my jawbone. So that is the illusion that I'm trying to make. Going back in with the skull part, as you can see on the bottom of her teeth, she has some green highlights underneath all that black lines. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to be placing some green, blending it in with my finger, because in the gum lines I have light green, and then towards more my chin area I'm going to have a darker green. So I just blended that out with my finger, and then now I'm making the lines like we saw in the picture earlier. And then I'm going to be fixing my nose area, making 2 half triangles for my skull nose, and then connecting the lines from my teeth all the way to my nose, just like I saw in the picture. Next, I'm going to be putting a small base on my cheek area right here and blending that out with my hand. It's just white mixed with a light green face paint, and it's just a small base for color. And then next I'm going to be working on the stem area and contrasting where the stem is and making little, I don't know, contrast, like depth and dimension on where it is and where the little hair follicles are. And here I feel like my feather's just a little bit done, so I am going to work on my skull a little bit more, adding some more teeth, and then adding my jawbone and jaw areas, darkening that up. And you can always use a reference photo for this too, just find any skull reference that you like. So then I'm going to be highlighting and contrasting where the bones are, so making a couple of lines. And then right here, I'm really defining the teeth and darkening up the gum areas with the jaw lines and connecting them. Using a dark green, I am just slowly contrasting where the skull is and kind of, I don't know, I guess you can say contouring or making it more defined, if you will, with the dark green and the light green, making some lines and just trying to see what I like and kind of playing with it.
Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love. Caught up in my tape. Caught up in my tape. Don't care what you say to me, I'ma bite your feelings out.
Don't forget you can give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I've been giving you guys sneak peeks on Snapchat. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Bye everyone!